up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before we get going on today's video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notification bell, and if you want me on the panel, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. But without further ado, let's get it popping and get into today's video. And today, we got another fight prediction for you, man. We're bringing y'all another fight prediction, man. We got Callum Smith versus LENIN CASTILLO, man. This is on the Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk card. And as I said, we're going to do the four main fights from this card. We dropped the Florian Marcoux versus Maxim Pradon fight prediction yesterday, so go check that one out. But in this one, like I said, we got Callum Smith versus LENIN CASTILLO, man. So y'all can know what's going to happen before it happens, how it's going to happen, and all of that stuff, man. So you know who to be picking in your predictions, man. But before I get into that, man, live show last night was fire, bro. Our live show last night, breaking down the Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant press conference last night, was fire. So go check that out on the channel, man. It was fun. I enjoyed everybody in the chat interacting with y'all, so I appreciate the support, man. So y'all come through every Wednesday for our show at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we got our new show that we're doing with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. That'll be every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Will be on my channel this Sunday, but you need to go subscribe to KQKC Boxing Network so you can know when we on his channel, because we're going to be switching every single Sunday. But this Sunday coming up right here will be on my platform doing our morning after boxing show at 9 a.m. Sunday morning. But let's get back to the video. So the fight prediction, bro. Callum Smith and LENIN CASTILLO, man. Tell of the tape. Callum Smith out of the UK, 31 years old, 6'3", 78-inch reach. LENIN CASTILLO's out of the Dominican Republic, 6'2", 33 years old with a 76-inch reach. And this will be at the light heavyweight division. This is Callum Smith's first time fighting at the light heavyweight division. It's his first time fighting at the light heavyweight division, so very interested to see how he is moving on up to a new division. Callum Smith is 27-1 with 19 knockouts. His one loss came to Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision. Canelo Alvarez beat him up for 12 rounds. And then you got LENIN CASTILLO, who's 21-3-1, so 21 victories, 3 losses, and 1 draw, with 16 KOs on his own record. He himself has never been knocked out. Both of these fighters are tough. And LENIN CASTILLO has been in there with some good competition, man. Been in there with Marcus Brown, which he lost. And he's been in there also with Dimitri Bivol, which he lost that fight as well. And Bivol actually dropped him in like the 8th round, I believe it was. So, yeah. LENIN CASTILLO, you know, high-level fighter. Good fight for Callum Smith coming up to the light heavyweight division. And definitely a live underdog. Definitely a live underdog in this fight. So, fighting styles, man. Callum Smith, extremely well-versed from distance. Because he's so long, he's so big. Even for the light heavyweight division, he's long. Like, LENIN CASTILLO is a big light heavyweight, but Callum Smith still got a 1-inch height advantage, and he got a 2-inch arm reach advantage. He was very big, like Frankenstein big, down at super middleweight. And I believe he could be even stronger at 175 pounds in the light heavyweight division, because he don't have to cut as much weight. So look for him. Maybe his punches have a little bit more power, but will he sacrifice some speed? I don't know. We'll see. But his style is to make you uncomfortable with how long he is, because Callum Smith is at his best when he can keep you at long range, right? Where he can hit you and you can't hit him, but then force you to get impatient because you having such trouble breaking the distance. You make a mistake like trying to lunge in or throwing a punch from too far out, and then that's when he can throw his counter right hands and his check left hooks. And he's also good throwing an uppercut, because as I said, he's mostly been a taller man in all of his fights. So he has a good uppercut from mid-range, where for a lot of fighters, it's too far out. And if you throw it, you leave yourself open. But for Callum Smith, he can catch you with an uppercut that you might not think he can reach with, but he can catch you with it. And he got very solid power, very above average power. If he catch you with the right shot, he can put you down and he can put your lights out, bro. For him, his weaknesses are in his feet, and if you're able to get under his punches and weave his stuff and break the distance on him. Just look at his 2 toughest fights. I believe Callum Smith should have another loss on his resume, because I believe John Ryder beat him. And John Ryder was a smaller fighter that was able to take Callum Smith's power, but also able to get under his power, get inside on his power, and make Callum Smith fight him on the inside. where Callum Smith had no power and Ryder, the smaller man, had much better leverage. And so he backed him up, and made him fight a dog fight. And in my opinion, he should have got the decision. But they were fighting in Callum Smith's hometown. So, you know, if Ryder don't knock him out, then it is what it is at that point. You know that going into a fight of that magnitude. For Canelo Alvarez, same thing. He backed Callum Smith up. He didn't take near the punches that John Ryder did because it's Canelo Alvarez. He has far better head movement than John Ryder, and he's just obviously a much better fighter than John Ryder is. But Canelo Alvarez, the smaller man, was able to walk him back, put the pressure on him, get inside on him, and then once he got inside on him, Canelo Alvarez did what Canelo Alvarez does to most opponents. So that's Callum Smith's weakness. If you get him to fight on the inside with you, if you can break his distance, he don't have much for you. But he does know how to protect himself. He could take a good shot because he took some thundering shots from Canelo, but he's looking to take advantage of his length, take advantage of his reach. He's one of those tall fighters that actually fights to his height, bro. He ain't trying to show he can bang on the inside with you. He ain't trying to show that you know, he can get into a dogfight with you. He trying to keep you at his distance where he's comfortable, where he can take advantage of his length. LENIN CASTILLO comes behind a jab. He's a boxer puncher. His feet aren't fast. Callum Smith's feet aren't fast either, but I think Callum Smith has much better foot movement in terms of where to place his feet, when to move where, taking half steps back, taking steps forward. I think he has a better understanding of distance than LENIN CASTILLO do, but LENIN CASTILLO is trying to throw behind his jab, turn his jab into a left hook, and catch you with some shots. Not really much of an inside fighter, not much head movement, uses a high guard, as Callum Smith uses a high guard, but Callum Smith can actually counter punch out of his high guard. When catching punches, he can counter with your right hand, counter with your left hook. LENIN CASTILLO is much more of a 1-2 fighter, basic fighter. He's not really a pressure fighter. He's trying to box with you, see if he can land that right hand or turn that left hook, turn that jab into a left hook in order to catch you with a punch that you don't necessarily see coming. Not a whole lot of body work from either of these two guys. That neither one of them are body snatchers. So look for you know, a lot of head punches to be thrown in this fight. Paths to victory for LENIN CASTILLO, he gonna have to step outside himself. He gonna have to step outside himself, try to make it a dogfight, and try to get in on Callum Smith. I think if they're fighting at range, if they're fighting at distance, then LENIN CASTILLO is gonna be at a disadvantage because Callum Smith is longer than him. Callum Smith is much more well-schooled than him. I think he's a much more technical boxer and a better textbook boxer. So I don't think LENIN CASTILLO wants to get into a boxing match against Callum Smith. He got to turn that shit into a fight. For Callum Smith, you got to do what you do. You got to do what you do, and that's control the distance very well. Look to land your shots. Fight behind your jab, as you do very well. And look to catch LENIN CASTILLO trying to come in. Look to catch him trying to come in because he's going to have to come in as a smaller person. He's going to have to get closer to you to hit you, and you can hit him from further away because you have the longer arms and you're the taller person. So if you Callum Smith, you gotta that's what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying, to win the fight. For me, who I'm picking and why I'm picking him, to me, I gotta go with Callum Smith. I gotta go with Callum Smith because LENIN CASTILLO, the stuff that he would have to do to win, he hasn't done successfully to me against a high-level fighter. Like, to have to get inside, use head movement, turn into a dogfight with Callum Smith, I don't know if he'll be able to do that. I think he's going to end up getting into a boxing match with Callum Smith. They're going to be boxing from a distance. It's two kind of, you know, taller, light heavyweights, and I think Callum Smith is going to take advantage of it. I think Callum Smith is going to take advantage of it with better distance control, better timing, better counter-punching. And Castillo, his hands do come low a little bit. He's open for that right hand. Just go watch what Bivol did to him. I don't think Callum Smith has near the speed of Dimitri Bivol, but he has good timing. And he's longer than Dimitri Bivol, so he can time you. And I think he going to catch LENIN CASTILLO with some right hands. And just really outbox him and maybe land a big shot. I wouldn't be surprised if he stopped LENIN CASTILLO, but that's not what I'm picking here. I'll pick Callum Smith by unanimous decision to clearly outbox LENIN CASTILLO like 8-4. I don't think it's going to be a close fight. I don't think it's going to be one of those 7-5 type of deals. I think LENIN CASTILLO at most, I'll give him about 3 rounds, maybe 4 at the most. But don't be surprised if we see a Callum Smith performance where he wins like 9 rounds to 3. You know, 117, 111, 116 to 112 type of scorecard is what you might see. And maybe you might get a knockdown as well. But Lenin Castillo has proven to be durable throughout his career. He's proven to be a tough guy. And so I'm not going to pick him to get stopped. He's at the point in his career at 33 years old where I got to see him to get stopped. Will I be surprised if he gets stopped? No, because I think Callum Smith is the better fighter. But I got to see it with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pick somebody that's never been knocked out. To all of a sudden go against Callum Smith and get knocked out. He's going to have to show me. Now, if Lenin Castillo was fighting not Dimitri Bivol, was fighting Artur Beterbiev at light heavyweight, or he was fighting Zerto Ramirez at light heavyweight, then we have another conversation. Then we can have another conversation. But against Callum Smith, who's making his first move up to light heavyweight, who still, has to get acclimated to the weight. He's fighting bigger guys now, even bigger than he fought at 168 pounds. The safe pick for me here is Callum Smith, unanimous decision. But y'all let me know who y'all picking. Comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. And if y'all want me on the panel, you should know the email by now, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live show every Wednesday night, 7:30 Central Time, 5:30 on the West Coast, 8:30 on the East Coast. And then our new live show that we do with the singing OG, KQKC Boxing Network, every Sunday morning, the morning after boxing show at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We switching platforms. This Sunday will be on my platform, but you got to go subscribe to KQKC Boxing Network so you can get his notifications and know which Sundays will be on his platform. But this Sunday coming up will be on my platform. So y'all come through Sunday morning at 9 a.m. for a great morning of boxing talk, man. But I appreciate everybody watching the video. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. And with that, we out of here, y'all. Peace.